What were those horsemen riding towards Geralt of Rivia at the end of season 2? We have the answers right now. Guys, Chris and Rob here of the Jersey Comic Crew, and we are talking about that final epic scene of The Witcher season 2, which is the Wild Hunt. Yes, it is the actual Wild Hunt. If you've played Witcher 3, if you've read the books, you can probably guess some stuff that's coming, and we're here to talk about it right now, Rob.
So for the people who haven't played the games and haven't read the books, we're going to talk about it to you guys a little bit about what the Wild Hunt is and what to expect coming into season 3. Some light spoilers of what might happen in season 3. It depends on how much they adapt and take from the books or the video games, but we're going to give you a good base level understanding of what this exactly is. So as you might expect, the Wild Hunt is an omen for death, right? Very similar to the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse. They're a race of these ancient elves. They take like spiritual form. They are led by the Red King, right? So their original purpose was to capture slaves for the Empire. But out of the world, there are no more humans left, or at least we don't think there's any more humans left. They kill them all off. So the new goal is to get to other worlds, Chris, to try to get new slaves to build their kingdom.
So that final scene where you see the Deathless Mother release Ciri and Yennefer kind of go back to becoming part of this Wild Hunt, back to her plane, back to her world, that to me is the signal of, oh, like that's the information we needed about Ciri, right? She has elder blood. This is what we need to escape our world to get to other worlds, or spheres as they call it in the Witcher world, and to get to the continent that they are currently on. So this is going to be probably the crux of season 3. It's going to be something that I don't think goes away very quickly, Rob. This is a big storyline that they're hitting already.
Yeah, so if this one, I guess, rider of the Wild Hunt caused this much damage in our world, somehow got to our world, right? Got trapped here by the witches, couldn't get out. Now that she got back out, communicate with all the other riders, like, oh, that Ciri thing, that thing that I possessed, has the ability to open portals to allow us to escape our sphere, go to other spheres, grab more people, expand ourselves. That's all they're going to be focused upon. So I cannot foresee season 3 not being about the Wild Hunt somehow coming to our sphere, trying to grab Ciri to open the portal to allow that Red King's empire to grow.
My question too is, how do you fight this? Right? They're kind of these spiritual entities, like these legendary, omens. How is Geralt of Rivia going to fight this? Is it just, is he gonna? It's not like he's going to take a serum and just be able to fight these things. I think it's going to have to be something a little more personal. I think they might have to start using Ciri more. Hopefully, she's like by season 3, she's a little more trained and she's got some more like tactics under her belt.
I'm sure that like Ciri and Yennefer are going to be able to fight because they have magic. Geralt does have magic of his own, but I think there might like enchant his blade so that way he can hit these spiritual forms.
That'd be cool.
It's kind of hard to think that like, oh, these spiritual forms, these magic creatures coming down and you can't fight them hand in hand, where like Witcher is, that's a big crux of it. Yeah, there's not a lot of Witchers, but like to have Geralt not be able to do anything seems a little strange. There are some things that happen in the books, in the game, that we're not going to talk about with Geralt and the Wild Hunt, but if you know, you know.
Well, something I don't know, but I'd like to know, is how this is going to tie in with Francesca and her side of the elves.
Oh.
Because now they kind of left Nilfgaard. They're, she is pissed with the death of her child. We find out that the Emperor actually had her child killed, who is also Ciri's father. Bing, bing, bing.
That's a whole nother issue.
So, like, how is this going to affect Ciri? They're now looking for Ciri as, like, their messiah, basically, their savior. Mm-hmm. And this Wild Hunt is also looking for her. Everybody, her dad is eventually going to look for her. All of this is going to come to a head. And I don't know if, as great and powerful as Geralt is, how is he going to stop all these different sides from coming after her?
I don't know. And the other thing is, like, she's from Elven blood and Elder blood. These, I guess they're blood elves from this other sphere. Are they the same or different from ours? Because, like, I know they talked about, like, the spheres, the Great Convergence, which is like predates all the Witcher stuff, like where all the spheres like separated and stuff, and all the monsters are bleeding in from other worlds and stuff like that. So I guess the elves aren't natural to the world that we live in, and it's only humans. So maybe there's some connection there. Maybe they team up to get the girl to build the thing, and then they're like, you know what, elves, we out of here. Let the humans die and rot. We're gonna make our elven world over here that no humans are allowed in.
Well, that's interesting too, because obviously, guys, if you follow like Norse mythology or you follow any type of medieval style fantasy, elves are usually in the higher echelon of society, right? Lord of the Rings, they're like the highest. They live forever. They're the richest, the cleanest, the nicest. Now they're kind of switched the roles in this, where it's like, no, elves here are kind of hunted. They're kind of, there's like racism going on between elves and humans. And yeah, they may not be from this sphere. So I'm interested to see how, one, if they can work together again after Francesca's awful loss, how Ciri could possibly be this person who ties them all together in a positive way, but also what's going to happen with the Witchers, right? Is Geralt going to have to fight the Wild Hunt with all these Witchers? Are there going to be more Witchers that are made? We know that serum was taken at the very end by one of the dark mages.
I don't know if that's even a good serum to make Witchers. I don't know.
Could make some weird monster Witchers, monster mash, something like that. But yeah, I think the Wild Hunt could be here for a while. I think they might be just trying to stay one step ahead from being caught up with in the next season.
Very well could be. Guys, we want to hear your thoughts down in the comments below, what you know of the Wild Hunt and how it's going to play a factor in season 3 of The Witcher.
And guys, thanks so much for watching. Give us a thumbs up, like, really helps the channel a lot. If you're new, subscribe and turn on those notifications. You don't miss anything we do covering The Witcher or anything else. We got Boba Fett coming up soon too. And guys, if you missed anything on the channel, make sure you check it out right here. And as always, I'm Chris Heller. That's Rob Moran. We're the Jersey Comic Crew, and we'll see you next time.